Hi guys, I thought I would do a review. I haven't done a foundation type review in ages. That's because I've been using the IT Cosmetics CC cream for, oh my god, I don't even know how long now, years. I'm obsessed with this. It's my holy grail. I haven't even put a foundation on my face in so long, but it is very expensive. I think it's $38 or $40. But today I'm doing a review, as you can tell by the title, of the Physicians Formula Organic Wear CC cream. It looks like this, nice reflective packaging. It's probably blinding you. The reason I got this, I want to find a cheaper alternative to the IT Cosmetics. Something that had SPF, something that was lightweight, that had decent coverage, and something, like I said, was more affordable and more natural. As much as I love this, there are so many ingredients in here, and lately I've been on this kind of kick of like no animal testing, although IT Cosmetics doesn't test on animals, but better, more natural ingredients, things like that. This is made with 100% natural ingredients. It has SPF 20, but so I'm kind of going to be comparing these two because that's what I personally want and I'm hoping from this. But let me just give you my skin type. I have combination skin, more oily right here, but I do have dry skin at the moment because the weather is starting to get cooler, and I am a little bit nervous that this might be not moisturizing enough, but the box says it's 70% organic and it has benefits for your skin just like the IT Cosmetics one does. It has stuff to reveal brighter looking skin, reduce redness, blur imperfections, draw in moisture to the skin. It says no harsh chemicals, no synthetic preservatives, no parabens, no synthetic colors, fragrances, and it's cruelty free. So I'm really excited to try this out. It was around $8 something on Amazon. I actually got 2 of them for the same price. So I ordered one for $8 something and they sent me a box with 2 of this in it, so that's kind of interesting. When I received it, I did just open it to kind of see the texture, and I put it on the back of my hand and I smelled it. Now my immediate reaction to that is, oh my god, it smells so bad. But it smells like Play-Doh and I don't want to smell like Play-Doh on my face. And I did try it in the back of my hand. It had decent coverage, nothing crazy at all. I don't think it's going to have as much coverage as IT Cosmetics. That one is like the best CC BB coverage ever, but does seem a bit less dewy, and because of the season I'm a little worried that this one's too drying, but we will see. When it comes to coloring, I have the shade Light in IT Cosmetics, so you can see it's a little bit dark for me at the moment, but I did get the shade Light in the Physicians Formula, and you can see the difference. It's so drastic. I'm a little worried this one's going to be actually too light for me and too pink toned. And the medium shade of this, or light medium, was really orange. Although it is such light coverage, maybe it won't matter. I don't like full coverage. I'm very much a natural makeup person, so we'll see what happens. It does say shake before use. I think I'm gonna pull my hair back too. Okay, let's try this. I'm really nervous about the smell. That's like my biggest thing. I haven't tried much from Physicians Formula because it is kind of pricey for the drugstore, but we'll see. I'm just gonna squeeze some out on my finger. The texture is not super thin. It's definitely more of like a thick. You can see how it's doing that. I think I'm gonna need more than what I squirted out. Let me look up close. I don't know, I'm not liking it so much. Seeing it blending, it looks like it's kind of dragging on the skin. So when I look up close, it's not really clinging to dry spots, but I can totally see it on my skin. And a little does not go a long way. Like IT Cosmetics, I can use like 1/3 of the pump and it goes over my whole face. So I have it on the right side of my face and not the left. I'm sure you can see a difference in coverage. It's nothing really crazy. Don't see a glow in my skin. I actually feel like this side is a lot more matte. I'm not so crazy about that because I do prefer more of like a dewy, not necessarily dewy, like a natural finish. So I think what I'm gonna do for the other side is use my Real Technique sponge and see if that makes a difference with the coverage or anything. I'm gonna kind of just dot it all over, and we're gonna take this Stampin' Beauty Blender and see if that looks better on that side. I'm sure it won't be like a super intense difference that you can see on camera, but we'll see if I can see it in my magnifying mirror. Okay, well look at that spot right there. You saw how red that was. That got covered nice. Okay, well the coverage is actually really impressive from drugstore. I've tried so many BB creams in my day and CC creams and stuff, and this is the best coverage I've seen from the drugstore by far. I definitely think it looks nicer with the Beauty Blender. I think it looks more glowy. I can definitely see that. Over here where I have some like scarring and little spots, it doesn't look as natural, and then right here where I covered it with the Beauty Blender, it looks so much nicer. So I do like that. I do think the shade is a little bit pink for me. It's not that big a deal because it's not like heavy coverage. I do feel like it's a little drying for me. When I look in the mirror, you can see a huge difference. So let me show you the before and after so far. There's definitely a difference since I applied this, but I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished this on my makeup. It's a very natural look. But the concealer I used for under my eyes was the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer. And then for my face, I used the Glossier Stretch Concealer in the shade Medium, which is actually quite light, which I like. That one's also a bit more moisturizing, which I really like. So I feel like it kind of counteracted some of the dryness I'm feeling from this. So far, it definitely feels dry, especially right in this area where I tend to get more dry. I mean, my lighting is really bright, but right here I can see some oiliness, so I'm worried this is gonna be one of those foundations that like looks shiny but feels dry, and that's like the worst. I do think my skin actually looks quite good. Yes, the concealer did a lot of helping. This blurred a lot. It's definitely kind of what you would expect of a CC cream. The Cosmetics is a lot more impressive when it comes to coverage for a CC cream, but this is enough for me on a normal basis, maybe not for like a video day. The smell is bothering me a bit. It bothered me a lot when I was applying my face makeup, smelling up my hands, I think, more than my face, so I have to wash my hands. But it's not the worst. For the price, I think right now I'm happy with it. I'm not over the moon. The color is definitely closer to me than I thought it would be. We'll see how it lasts throughout the day. I will check back in with you guys later. Okay, so it's been, my lipstick wore off, but it's been about 3 or 4 hours since I first applied this BB cream, and you can see, I know my light is really bright, so it makes me look shinier than I am, but you can definitely see a bit of shininess, mostly in this area and a little on my forehead. This is a little bit more oily than the IT Cosmetics one, and I do think it may break down just a little bit faster, but I'm liking the color a lot. I think it didn't really get too orange or oxidized. My blush is lasting pretty well. My bronzer isn't, but my bronzer doesn't last very well anyway. I do kind of, I don't want to say I feel it on my skin a whole lot more, but when I look in the mirror, I can see a little bit more, and around here, I can definitely see I'm wearing it. I have an old pimple right here that's like dried out and like a scar now, and you can see it there. But I also didn't powder when I was like done with my makeup either, because I don't set the Cosmetics unless I'm like going somewhere all day, or I'll also use the Milani Make It Last setting spray, which I really like, but I didn't use that. I didn't use anything, so maybe that's why. I definitely would be aware though, or want you guys to be aware, that it looks so much better when applied with a beauty blender. I look up close at my skin right now 4 hours later, and my left side that even had like bigger breakouts and things looks so much better. If you're looking into this CC cream because you're really low maintenance and you just want like a little bit of coverage and you're not like a foundation person, you will see it on your skin a lot more if you use your fingers, even if you press it in like I did. So I would recommend using this with a beauty blender. You know, I am gonna powder. What powder should we use? How about we're gonna use the Wowder powder from Glossier. I'm gonna use my beauty blender actually to apply it. I like that method. I'm just gonna take some of the powder and just kind of go right in this area. I can already see the difference. I just want to see how long this lasts, like if the makeup eats away at the powder really quickly and I feel oily, or if it lasts. Right now I'm giving this 4 hours in. Let's give it a 7 out of 10. I'm not hating it at all. The smell did go away. I'm not smelling it anymore, which is great. Yeah, I think it looks good. Like when I look in the mirror, I like it, and I feel like it's doing kind of what I expected it to do. I'm gonna get back to work and I will see you in a bit. So I'm back in my sweatpants. Yep. Anyway, I just wanted to check in after my last check-in. The coverage is actually doing pretty well. The only place that's really wearing away is on my nose, but I wasn't thinking about it earlier, but I haven't blown my nose a lot because I'm having like a cold or allergies or something. And just over here where like the dry flaky bits were, I feel like the coverage isn't as good. Again, this is the side where I used the my hands instead of a beauty blender. I powdered on camera, was it 2.5 hours ago, and right now I'm pretty impressed actually. I do still see a little more shine than right after I powdered, obviously like here and here, but it actually isn't horrible. It's not as bad as it was after it was at 4 hours of wear. I do think that if I had powdered when I first applied it, it wouldn't have gotten so oily so quickly. You can see my blush is still there, my highlight is still there. But right now I'm actually really impressed. I will definitely keep wearing this. The only negatives of this product, it stinks. Like, it just smells. It doesn't smell now, and it goes away after about 15 minutes of like putting it on your face. I feel like that's when I stopped noticing the smell. And the smell is like Play-Doh, so if you hate that smell, don't get this. But if you don't mind it, I don't know. The smell definitely is like a factor for me. A plus SPF, a plus natural ingredients, fewer ingredients than a lot of foundations, CC creams I've used. Definitely not as good as the IT Cosmetics, but I really like it and I think it gets better when you use it with a sponge, so just keep that in mind. If you don't have one, just pick up like a Real Techniques one for $5-6. I'm looking at my face now and normally I can see if there's like a new whitehead sprouting up right the day that I first try something new, and I'm not noticing that, so that's always a good sign. So now I'm going to say 8.5 out of 10. I would recommend it. I think if you're looking into this, I don't think you're going to hate it unless you're super oily or super dry, but I think as long as you're somewhere kind of in the middle of the road, I think this might actually work out well for you. And I will link the link that I used to get it below so that you can try to see if maybe they'll send you to. If you have any other questions I didn't answer, please feel free to ask them. I definitely want to try some more stuff from Physicians Formula. If you guys have any suggestions, then please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to see more reviews from yours truly, and I'll see you next time. Bye!